He was 20 years old, young, athletic, and full of life. A college basketball player with a future as bright as the court lights he played under. Then one day, everything changed. After an accident, Razak was rushed to the hospital. He doesn't remember much from that night, but when he opened his eyes, he realized he couldn't move. He couldn't speak. He couldn't even walk. He didn't know it yet, but the accident had caused a stroke, a rare and devastating occurrence for someone so young. Imagine that for a moment, waking up in a hospital bed, surrounded by machines, not knowing what's going on, without the ability to even ask what happened. Trying to lift your arm and it just lies still. This was now Razak's reality. At 20 years old, when most people are chasing their dreams, he was learning how to survive. But this is not a story about tragedy. This is a story about triumph, about how one man turned pain into power, and how his unbreakable spirit continues to inspire everyone who hears his name. The first stage of his journey was survival. Doctors told him the damage was severe. His right arm would never move again. His right leg might never be strong enough to walk normally. He couldn't form sentences. Every word had to be relearned. But Razak didn't let that stop him. Day after day, he showed up to therapy. He fell, he got frustrated, he cried, but he kept going. Each step, no matter how small, was a victory. Every word he relearned to say was a miracle. He once said that what kept him going wasn't the thought of going back to his old self, but the idea of becoming someone stronger. Slowly, he began to rebuild his life, taught himself how to adapt. He learned to live and work using only one arm. He learned to balance with a weak leg that sometimes gave out but never gave up. He built a career. He surrounded himself with people who believed in him and kept that same fighting spirit he had on the basketball court. Only this time, his opponent was not another team. It was life itself. And like a true champion, he continues to win. Today, Razak is 32 years old. He is handsome, successful, healthy, and full of confidence. You can see the traces of his battle. A right arm that doesn't move, a slight limp when he walks. But those aren't signs of weakness. They are marks of victory. He carries himself with peace, with pride, and with gratitude. His smile lights up a room. His humor puts people at ease. His heart reminds everyone that even when the body breaks, the spirit can still soar. He shows us that being perfect doesn't mean being untouched by hardship. It means rising beautifully despite of it. When you look at Razak, you don't see a man that was defined by what happened to him. You see a man who is defined by what he chooses to become. And that is what makes his story so powerful. Because we all face struggles. Maybe not a stroke, maybe not the loss of movement, but we all know what it feels like to have life change in an instant. To lose something or someone or a dream that we thought was a guarantee. Razak's story reminds us that no matter how dark things can get, the human spirit is always capable of light. He may walk with a limp, but his spirit runs miles ahead. His right arm may rest, but his heart carries the weight of greatness. And through him, we are reminded of something truly powerful, that the human soul, once determined, can never be paralyzed.